ladies and gentlemen. Standing here is Mr. Jonah Okoro, the Managing Director, OJAH and Family Foundation. I have with me, or beside me, a 300 kVA transformer fully installed by Dr. Barrister OKWUN. It is one of his philanthropic gestures in his father's land. Philanthropic project in his father's land, Ameku Ohafia, Abia State, Nigeria. So I have a son of the soil with me here, in the person of Mr. Malachi Obasi. Please, sir, you are welcome.
Thank you, and God bless you. Like I said, my name remains Obasi Malachi Carlo. I am from Ndiuche compound, Ameku Ohafia.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Please, ever since the installation of this transformer, have you noticed any positive impact coming out from this the installation of this transformer? Is there any improvement in this area? How are the inhabitants of this area? What is their feelings towards the installation of this transformer?
Thank you very much. I want to begin in a biblical way, which says light and darkness has nothing in common. For almost 5 to 10 good years, this community, Ammanko precisely, we were in total darkness. And then by 2016, a group known as Rural Electrification Project of Ammanko, so they roots to every other person, politicians, spiritual individuals, to come to the rescue of Ammanko community. This happened in 2016. You can Google it. I want to believe that that letter was written on the 6th of May 2016, because we were under the auspices of Ammanko Rural Electrification Project. Yeah, but no positive thing was realized. And along the line, we were told through Jonah that a man known as Dr. Barrister OJAH came home for the father's burial. And then he came and then saw what was happening. So he had to touch on the felt need of the people. What he did was to apply for transformer, which he got, and single-handedly he installed the transformer to the glory of God. Now the transformer has really affected the life of people, the rural dwellers, in a positive way. For instance, you can see people using electricity. Those that are doing business are using it. Those that are using it for commercial purposes, they are studying it. And individuals, it has returned, life has returned to the community the way it was supposed to be, courtesy of that wonderful and energetic, a philanthropic young man. He's not the most richest in the community. There are others that have the money but will not want to bring it out. So we are proud of that man. And that was why when he came back, he was given an award by the community, because what he has done to the community, I don't know. The value, everything is too numerous to mention. So we just appreciate God for him. Thank you so much.
This ultra-modern compound company you see here today is one of the first projects executed by, one of the first charity projects executed by Dr. Barrister OKWUN OJAH, the founder of OJAH Family Foundation. It is targeted to serve a number of needs to different categories of people. One, the elderly and the youth. As for the elderly, this serves as a symbol of, it represents a symbol of unity and love, as the spacious hall enables the elders have an interactive forum, and they provide a place for relaxation. It also provide a conducive atmosphere for sharing of good ideas. As for the youth, student and the intending researcher, the electronic e-library up here is targeted to is to aid the intended researchers for their educational pursuits.
Customarily,
As we are going to go
in Okorojonah Ohafia, we have 17 compounds. And each of these compounds will have a permanent place where they meet from time to time. And then this edifice here was a small downstairs. And then when Barrister Doctor or OKWUN OJAH came back for the father's burial, he did not like the structure as it was looking, somehow dilapidated. So he decided to put something down so that anybody that visits this place will know that this is where he hails from. And then what he did was to change the structure from the old ways which it was down to a modern structure. And then this has served as a wonderful place, a comfort zone for the elders to meet, and then for the youth as well. He did not stop there. He had to put in place a library up there towards making sure that the youth of the community, the youth of this particular compound, they are not roaming around the streets from one place to the other. He wishes to engage them, hence putting up the e-library so that if you want to read, if you want to do anything with computer, you can do it up there. He has done a very wonderful job. And that is why the OKWUN OJAH, the new OKWUN OJAH, as a kindred, had to give him the chieftaincy title of Okosisi I of OKWUN OJAH. Going up here, mounting the staircase, is leading us straight to the e-library. Alright, once again you're welcome to the OKWUN OJAH compound edifice with the e-library courtesy of Dr./Barrister OJAH. And then over there is the picture of his father, yes, which I am sure he has dedicated this edifice to the father for bringing him up to this extent. And down here you can see his picture as the founder, and then also the man who had done this wonderful job for his compound. That is now OJAH OKWUN aka Okonkwo. And down here you can see the what do you call it? The laptops, all donated by yes, internet empowered. This is what he has to do to make sure that the youth of this community, they benefit immensely from it. And I want to tell you that the e-library has been of immense help to both the great, the small, and the young in the society. Everybody has been using it judiciously. He has just handed everything over to the community. He doesn't have anything to benefit from it, but he said he wants the youth of the community to be empowered so that we will not have much doubt in the society.
My name is Esther.
Okay, and you are one of the workers here.
Yeah.
Yeah. How has this place been helpful to you people?
Yeah, it is a good thing. I'm happy, very happy to see that Okorojonah Ohafia, more especially OKWUN OJAH, have this great opportunity. The man that have done this is a wonderful man. I pray that the Almighty God will bless him.
Once again, of all the beautiful and numerous projects embarked upon by Barrister Dr. OKWUN OJAH, is another wonderful job, a ring road that leads to Okorojonah Ohafia, and then which they largely produce food in a large quantity, and then the farmers here in Okorojonah Ohafia suffers very, very well because they have to trek up to 3-4 miles away from the village. But since Barrister OKWUN OJAH came to work on this road, you can see life has just returned to normalcy. The old people was handed over to the community. This is Amekpo Amango Link Road, initiated by Amekpo Development Union, but years funded and executed by Dr. OKWUN OJAH, and was commissioned and handed over for public use today Wednesday, 5th June 2019, to the glory of God. It is worth to mention that this road was single-handedly constructed by Dr. Barrister OKWUN OJAH. And on the day of the handing over, the chief of Amanvu came and eulogized him in a very wonderful way. Because this issue of the road has lingered for over 20 good years. We're looking for a way to link Amanvu because it's a very shortcut to that place. But every effort made to bring this dream to reality proved abortive until the emergence of a son of the soil, until the emergence of a philanthropist, until the emergence of a wonderful son of the community who came and saw the plight of his people and then wondered why such a thing would be going on. I said to put in his sweat, his energy, his money, his everything to make sure that the women, the poor women, do not die untimely as a result of the suffering they engage, they pass through day in, day out. So he had to walk on this road. In fact, the day that this road was commissioned, they rolled rail carpet for him to march on because what he did, nobody had expected it. Like I said before, he's not the most richest person in the community, but he has the heart to give. He had the heart to make sure that his people get a little from what he has gotten. As if that is not enough, this road you see has been of immense help to the community. The less privileged, the vulnerable, the rich, the poor. We all walk on this road. As you can see, people coming from the farms, they are all enjoying the benefit and the good work of a wonderful son of the soil. Once again, Okosisi, one of OKWUN OJAH. Yes, as you can see, these are people that are coming back from farm, and then which has been made easy through the efforts, solo efforts of Dr. Barrister OKWUN OJAH. If you look at around, you will see people. These ones are going down, and the other ones are coming.
Madam West.
You can just hear from them in a minute. Since the construction of this road, it has been of immense help to us.
Yes.
Formerly, we used to trek down the farm, but today we use vehicles and Okada to make sure our farm produce are brought down home. Just like you can see, people are coming. Even this one went to fetch his firewood. He's coming back with bike, courtesy of Dr. Barrister OKWUN OJAH.
Please, can you tell us the impact of this road?
In fact, the impact of this road is damn too great.
Okay.
Because it brings civilization. And this is a road which is the shortest course to Amanvu. Even from Amanvu to OKWUN and Amoma, and so this is the shortest course.
What about the peasant farmers? What about the peasant farmers? Does it have effect on them? What effect does it have directly on them?
Well, the farmers, in fact, I would say for long, the land along this track road before was a waste. The land is of great use because the owners of this land now will start developing them, start to sell their land.
In other words, the lands have appreciated
buyers,
in value.
To prospective, buyers.